Hey, my name is Toni McCarty. I am a lead medical instructor here at Summit Point Training Facility. We specialize in over 30 disciplines of medicine, everything from initial emergency first responder stuff all the way up through paramedic research and tactical medicine. A question that we get asked a lot is, why come to Summit Point for an EMT class versus anywhere else, right? They're offered pretty regularly. Some of the biggest points that we like to drive home with ours personally is we concentrate so highly on high fidelity and high fidelity simulation to be able to start integrating people into the actuality of running real calls. There's only so much a plastic person can teach you, i.e. a mannequin, but thankfully we have the benefit of having 3 of the CAE physician grade Apollo mannequins. They are wonderful teaching tools. Outside of that, we offer a 800-acre facility that people aren't just running calls in the back of a fire hall or out in a parking lot. We're able to load them up into an ambulance. They're driving, an unknown amount of time to their call. They're getting dispatched on their call. So we have an ability to start making training in itself as realistic as possible. And that's something we've really tried to drive home since this program's inception. What's absolutely amazing about these CAE Apollos is we are able to obtain real-time vital signs on these guys. They are operated by 7 different internal computers. They are their own Wi-Fi. They're completely tetherless. We operate them with a laptop operating system that I can set pretty well any medical or traumatic condition. I press go, and I can stand back and actually watch our students perform. I can actually critique them in the moment rather than having to say, oh, well, imagine he stopped breathing. That Apollo breathes on his own. I can shut that breathing off. I can send him into cardiac arrest, and my students better be able to recognize that because I'm not going to be the one telling them. They're going to need to actually assess their patient or their mannequin in that regard and check for those conditions. We're fitting an entire college semester's worth of work into 11 weeks. We offer an accelerated program where a huge portion of the actual didactic learning and your PowerPoint stuff and your quizzes and your tests are all online. So this is a wonderful class for somebody that maybe does have some time constraints. Maybe you have kiddos at home and you have to do the parent runaround and you also have a job. This is 1 day a week for 11 weeks. And upon completion of this course and successful passing of National Registry, it places people in a position where they can come into an entry-level EMT position for around $2,000 in 11 weeks worth of time. We can very proudly say that we have an 86% first-time National Registry test rate, or pass rate, excuse me, while the state as a whole, unfortunately, has a 48% first-time pass rate. I think another part that really sets our program apart is that we have a full-time dedicated instructional staff to the medical side of training. As we do with any other part of training, we have folks over there that are dedicated to their disciplines as well. This isn't our part-time job. This isn't something we do on the evenings or weekends. This is 5 days a week. This is our career, is being that instructional staff to be able to not offer world-class education to people walking through our doors, but also offer them unwavering support throughout the duration of their career, their recertification periods, anything of that variety that they need even following their initial training with us. We're able to still be here and offer that support for them as well. If you're interested in signing up for our next EMT course, our link will be right here associated with this post. If not, you can reach out to our email address, which will also be posted with this as well if you have any questions about any of our course offerings.